Your joints are under attack, and you don't even realize it. Every single day, silent killers are breaking down your bones, wearing out your cartilage, and setting you up for pain, stiffness, and limited mobility. The worst part? Most people unknowingly consume these dangerous foods and follow harmful habits that accelerate joint deterioration without even noticing, until it's too late. But here's the good news. You can stop this process, reverse the damage, and protect your joints for years to come. In this video, you'll discover the 3 silent killers that are secretly destroying your bones and joints. And, more importantly, the simple yet powerful solutions to fight back and reclaim your mobility. You'll learn how certain foods are inflaming your joints, which common ingredients silently accelerate arthritis, and what you can do right now to reduce pain, improve flexibility, and keep your body strong as you age. And before we dive in, are you subscribed to this channel? Most people who watch our videos aren't, and that means they're missing out on crucial health strategies that could transform their lives. If you want to stay ahead with the best tips for senior wellness, longevity, and healthy aging, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let me ask you, have you ever experienced unexpected joint pain or stiffness? Drop a comment below and let us know your experience. And now, let's get into the first silent killer that's destroying your joints. Foods that secretly damage cartilage and accelerate arthritis. Many older adults unknowingly consume foods that silently deteriorate their joints, accelerating the wear and tear of cartilage, increasing inflammation, and making daily movements more painful. It's not just about bad eating habits. Certain foods contain compounds that actively contribute to joint damage, yet they are part of most people's everyday diets. The 3 biggest culprits: sugar and ultra-processed foods, red meat, and refined vegetable oils. These seemingly harmless ingredients, often hidden in favorite meals, create a slow but steady assault on joint health, leading to conditions like arthritis, osteoporosis, and chronic stiffness. Imagine waking up one morning with pain in your knees that wasn't there yesterday. This is how it starts. The damage accumulates over time until suddenly, mobility is compromised. But the good news? Knowledge is power. Identifying these harmful foods is the first step toward reversing their negative effects and reclaiming joint strength for an active and pain-free life. Sugar is perhaps the most deceptive threat to senior wellness. It sneaks into foods under various disguises: glucose, fructose, dextrose, often making its way into bread, sauces, salad dressings, and even so-called healthy snacks, like flavored yogurts. But what does sugar actually do to the joints? It triggers chronic inflammation, which is a silent killer for bones and cartilage. Every time sugar is consumed, it spikes insulin levels, fueling an inflammatory response that degrades joint tissues. Over time, this contributes to arthritis, joint stiffness, and overall reduced mobility. Many seniors struggle with morning stiffness, assuming it's just a part of aging. But in reality, reducing sugar intake can significantly ease these symptoms. A powerful alternative? Natural sweeteners like honey or stevia, which offer sweetness without the inflammatory damage. Ultra-processed foods, often loaded with artificial additives, preservatives, and refined vegetable oils, are another major contributor to joint degeneration. Think about that quick microwave dinner, the bag of chips during TV time, or the store-bought muffins that last for weeks without spoiling. These foods are filled with trans fats and oxidized oils, which actively degrade cartilage, making movements more difficult and painful over time. Additionally, many processed foods contain high levels of sodium, which dehydrates the body, making joints more vulnerable to friction and wear. Dehydrated joints? That means less lubrication, which equals more pain with every step. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Opting for whole, natural foods like fresh vegetables, nuts, and lean proteins that nourish rather than deteriorate the body. Red meat is another hidden threat. While many enjoy a juicy steak or a comforting beef stew, frequent consumption of red and processed meats introduces compounds like advanced glycation, end products, AGEs, which promote inflammation and accelerate joint damage. Studies have linked high red meat consumption to an increased risk of rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. The saturated fats in red meat also contribute to elevated cholesterol levels, which indirectly harm joint health by restricting blood flow and reducing the delivery of essential nutrients to bones and cartilage. But does this mean giving up meat entirely? Not necessarily. Choosing leaner cuts, limiting red meat intake, and incorporating plant-based protein sources like lentils, chickpeas, and tofu can make a world of difference in joint longevity. Refined vegetable oils, commonly found in fried foods, salad dressings, and margarine, contain excessive amounts of omega-6 fatty acids, which, when not balanced with omega-3, fuel inflammation in the body. This imbalance is a key driver of joint pain and stiffness. Yet most people don't realize they're over-consuming these oils daily. Imagine an engine that isn't properly lubricated. Eventually, it breaks down. The same applies to joints. When the body is overloaded with inflammatory omega-6 fats, it struggles to repair cartilage effectively. Swapping out refined oils for extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil can dramatically reduce joint discomfort and improve overall mobility. These healthy fats act as natural lubricants, keeping joints flexible and reducing pain with every step. Understanding how food impacts joint health is the first step toward making lasting changes. Every bite matters, and small adjustments in diet can lead to significant improvements in flexibility, mobility, and overall well-being. Cutting back on sugar, ultra-processed foods, red meat, and refined vegetable oils isn't just about preventing joint pain. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports longevity, strength, and an active, fulfilling life. After all, aging doesn't have to mean losing mobility. It's possible to walk pain-free, enjoy daily activities, and maintain independence well into the golden years. But to achieve this, it's essential to go beyond conventional dietary habits and embrace nutrition that truly nurtures the body. Sugar isn't just a sweet treat, it's a silent saboteur when it comes to joint health. Most people don't realize that every spoonful of sugar they consume triggers an inflammatory response in the body. This is especially problematic for older adults, whose joints are already more vulnerable to wear and tear. Hidden sugars lurk everywhere, in white bread, sodas, breakfast cereals, and even so-called healthy snacks like granola bars. The problem? Sugar molecules bind to proteins in the body, forming harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These AGEs damage cartilage, making joints stiffer and more painful over time. The result? More discomfort, less mobility, and a greater risk of arthritis. And here's the kicker. Cutting back on sugar isn't just about joint pain. It can also reduce the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. So, if you're dealing with stiffness in the morning or pain in your knees after a short walk, sugar might be playing a bigger role than you think. Ultra-processed foods, on the other hand, are a direct attack on the body's ability to heal itself. These foods, fast food, packaged snacks, frozen meals, are packed with artificial preservatives, trans fats, and refined vegetable oils that wreak havoc on the joints. Imagine eating a meal that not only lacks nutrients, but actively strips your body of what it needs to repair itself. That's exactly what happens with ultra-processed foods. The refined oils found in them, such as soybean, corn, and sunflower oils, are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, which fuel inflammation when consumed in excess. Meanwhile, artificial additives and preservatives disrupt gut health, further worsening joint pain. It's a vicious cycle. The more ultra-processed food you eat, the worse your joints feel, leading to more stiffness, swelling, and discomfort. But the good news? The body is remarkably resilient. Cutting out these foods and replacing them with whole, nutrient-rich options can have an almost immediate impact on reducing inflammation and joint pain. One of the biggest culprits of joint deterioration is sugary beverages. Sodas, energy drinks, and flavored coffees are loaded with high-fructose corn syrup, which is even more damaging than regular sugar. Studies have shown that people who consume sugary drinks daily are significantly more likely to develop arthritis and joint pain. Why? Because high-fructose corn syrup rapidly increases inflammation markers in the blood, weakening cartilage and making it more prone to degeneration. And don't be fooled by diet sodas. They may be sugar-free, but they contain artificial sweeteners that disrupt gut bacteria, leading to even more inflammation. If you're looking for a simple, effective change to protect your joints, start by swapping sugary drinks for water, herbal teas, or natural fruit-infused water. Hydration is key for keeping joints lubricated and reducing stiffness. Another little-known fact: sugar depletes the body of essential minerals like magnesium and calcium, which are crucial for maintaining strong bones and cartilage. Without enough of these nutrients, joints become brittle, leading to more pain and an increased risk of fractures. This is especially dangerous for older adults, as osteoporosis and arthritis often go hand in hand. Processed foods, which are typically high in sugar, further strip the body of these critical minerals, creating a dangerous combination of inflammation and nutrient deficiency. Instead of reaching for processed snacks, opt for whole foods rich in magnesium and calcium, such as nuts, leafy greens, and seeds. These small changes can make a huge difference in how your joints feel on a daily basis. Inflammation is at the core of almost every joint-related issue, and sugar plays a key role in fueling this fire. The more sugar and ultra-processed foods in a person's diet, the more inflammation builds up in the body, silently damaging cartilage and reducing joint flexibility. But here's the empowering truth. Cutting back on these foods doesn't mean giving up flavor or enjoyment. There are countless delicious, natural alternatives that can satisfy cravings while also supporting joint health. Switching from refined sugar to natural sweeteners like honey or stevia, choosing whole grains over white bread, and prioritizing home-cooked meals over fast food can dramatically reduce inflammation and keep joints strong for years to come. Making these changes isn't just about avoiding pain. It's about reclaiming an active lifestyle. Imagine waking up with less stiffness, walking without discomfort, and feeling more in control of your body. That's what eliminating sugar and processed foods can do. And here's an important reminder. Small, consistent changes matter. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight, but each step you take toward cutting back on sugar and ultra-processed foods is a step toward stronger joints, better mobility, and a healthier, happier life. And speaking of healthy choices, let's talk about another major factor that silently deteriorates joint health: lack of physical activity. Joints don't just wear out overnight. It's a slow, gradual process influenced by multiple factors that often go unnoticed. Many seniors assume that joint pain is simply an inevitable part of aging, but the reality is that certain habits and lifestyle choices speed up joint deterioration far more than time itself. A sedentary lifestyle, excess weight, chronic inflammation, and nutrient deficiencies all contribute to the slow breakdown of cartilage, making movement more difficult and painful. The good news? These factors are within our control. By understanding what accelerates joint damage, it becomes possible to take proactive steps to strengthen and protect them. Aging doesn't have to mean giving up an active lifestyle. It just requires smarter, more intentional choices. One of the biggest culprits behind joint degeneration is lack of physical activity. Many older adults reduce their movement as they age, thinking they need to take it easy to avoid pain. Ironically, the less they move, the worse their joints become. Inactivity causes muscles to weaken and joints to stiffen, making simple movements like bending, reaching, or even getting out of a chair more difficult. Joints are designed for movement. Without it, they lose their flexibility and lubrication. Just like a door hinge that rusts when it's not used, joints that remain stagnant become stiff and painful. The solution? Incorporating light physical activities like walking, yoga, or stretching into daily routines. Even a short 20-minute walk can do wonders in maintaining joint mobility and reducing stiffness. Another major factor that silently wears down joints is excess weight. Every extra pound adds pressure to the knees, hips, and lower back, accelerating cartilage deterioration and increasing the risk of osteoarthritis. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack all day. Over time, the strain starts to break down your body. That's exactly what happens when excess weight puts additional stress on the joints. Research shows that just 10 extra pounds can increase the force on the knees by 30-40 pounds with each step. The impact is massive, yet many people overlook weight management as a key strategy for joint health. The good news? Even a small weight loss of 5 to 10% of total body weight can significantly reduce joint pain and improve mobility. This isn't about achieving a perfect physique. It's about lightening the load on the body and giving joints a chance to function properly. Chronic inflammation is another silent enemy of joint health. The modern diet, high in processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats, creates a state of ongoing inflammation that slowly damages cartilage and makes joints more vulnerable to pain and stiffness. Stress is another major contributor. When the body is constantly in fight or flight mode, it releases cortisol, a hormone that triggers inflammation. This is why people who live with chronic stress often experience unexplained joint pain, even without an injury. Breaking this cycle requires both dietary and lifestyle changes. Incorporating anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, fatty fish, and green leafy vegetables can help counteract the damage. Practicing mindfulness, deep breathing, and relaxation techniques also plays a crucial role in reducing inflammation and improving overall joint health. Perhaps the most overlooked factor in joint deterioration is nutrient deficiency. Many people assume they're getting enough vitamins and minerals from their diet, but modern food production has significantly reduced the nutritional value of common foods. Deficiencies in collagen, vitamin D, and magnesium are particularly harmful to joint health. Collagen is the protein that keeps cartilage strong and flexible, yet its natural production declines with age. Without enough collagen, joints lose their cushioning, leading to pain and stiffness. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, which keeps bones strong and prevents fractures, while magnesium plays a vital role in muscle and nerve function, preventing cramps and stiffness. Without these nutrients, joints become fragile and prone to injury. A simple solution? Incorporating bone broth, fish, leafy greens, nuts, and high-quality supplements can restore these essential nutrients and protect joint health for years to come. While joint pain may seem inevitable, understanding these risk factors provides a roadmap for prevention. Staying active, managing weight, reducing inflammation, and ensuring proper nutrition can dramatically slow down joint deterioration and improve mobility. Every small change, whether it's adding an extra walk into the day, swapping processed foods for whole ingredients, or taking a vitamin D supplement, adds up over time. The goal isn't just to avoid pain, but to maintain independence, flexibility, and a vibrant quality of life. And speaking of dietary choices, let's take a closer look at a major food group that secretly speeds up joint degeneration: red and processed meats. Few people realize that the food on their plate could be accelerating joint damage, making every step, stretch, or simple movement more painful over time. Red and processed meats, often a staple in many diets, are among the biggest dietary contributors to joint inflammation and cartilage breakdown. While they may be high in protein, which is essential for muscle maintenance, their hidden dangers outweigh their benefits when consumed frequently. The reality is that these meats contain compounds that trigger inflammation, increase oxidative stress, and speed up joint deterioration. For anyone struggling with arthritis, osteoporosis, or chronic joint pain, reducing red and processed meat consumption could be one of the most effective ways to regain mobility and reduce discomfort. One of the biggest issues with red meat is its high saturated fat content, which directly contributes to inflammation in the body. Saturated fats found in beef, pork, and lamb increase the production of inflammatory cytokines, molecules that trigger joint pain and swelling. This means that a diet heavy in red meat can worsen conditions like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, making mobility more challenging. Additionally, high levels of saturated fats contribute to heart disease and obesity, both of which indirectly affect joint health by increasing strain and reducing circulation. But does this mean red meat must be eliminated entirely? Not necessarily. The key is moderation. Limiting intake to occasional servings and choosing leaner cuts while balancing it with anti-inflammatory foods can make a significant difference. Another major concern with red and processed meats is the presence of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These harmful compounds are formed when meat is cooked at high temperatures, such as grilling, frying, or roasting. AGEs accelerate oxidative stress in the body, which breaks down collagen, the key protein that keeps joints flexible and strong. Over time, this leads to stiffness, reduced range of motion, and increased pain. Processed meats like sausages, bacon, and deli meats contain even higher levels of AGEs, making them even more damaging to joint health. Reducing AGEs in the diet is simple. Opt for gentler cooking methods like steaming, slow cooking, or boiling, and pair meals with antioxidant-rich foods like berries, green vegetables, and herbs that help neutralize oxidative damage. In addition to AGEs, processed meats are packed with preservatives and additives, including nitrates and artificial flavor enhancers, which further inflame the body and contribute to joint pain. Studies have linked frequent consumption of processed meats to an increased risk of rheumatoid arthritis due to their inflammatory effects. Moreover, these meats often contain high levels of sodium, which leads to water retention and bloating, exacerbating joint stiffness. Imagine waking up feeling swollen, achy, and stiff. That's what excess sodium does to the body. The best approach? Swapping processed meats for fresh, lean protein sources like fish, poultry, and plant-based alternatives can provide essential nutrients without the harmful inflammatory effects. Perhaps the most overlooked danger of red and processed meats is their effect on gut health, which directly influences joint pain. An unhealthy gut microbiome can increase systemic inflammation, making joint pain worse. Many people don't realize that what they eat directly affects their gut bacteria and, in turn, their overall inflammation levels. Red and processed meats lack the fiber and prebiotics necessary to support a healthy gut, whereas plant-based foods promote beneficial bacteria that reduce inflammation. Adding gut-friendly foods like fermented vegetables, yogurt, and fiber-rich grains while reducing red meat intake can significantly improve digestion and, by extension, joint comfort. So, what's the best approach? Balance is key. While completely eliminating red meat isn't necessary for everyone, reducing its frequency and replacing processed meats with healthier alternatives can lead to dramatic improvements in joint health. Choosing grass-fed, organic meats when possible, incorporating more omega-3 rich fish like salmon, and increasing intake of anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, and green vegetables can counteract much of the damage caused by excessive meat consumption. Every bite matters, and small dietary changes can lead to major transformations in how joints feel and function. Protecting joint health isn't just about avoiding harmful foods, it's also about making smarter choices. And speaking of harmful ingredients, there's another silent culprit that many people don't realize is worsening their joint pain: refined vegetable oils. Let's dive into how these everyday cooking staples are quietly damaging cartilage and increasing inflammation. Most people use vegetable oils daily without thinking twice. Whether it's for cooking, salad dressings, or processed foods, oils like corn, soybean, sunflower, and canola seem harmless. But here's the truth. These oils are loaded with excessive omega-6 fatty acids, which fuel inflammation and accelerate joint deterioration. While omega-6 is an essential fatty acid, the problem arises when there's too much of it in the diet, especially without enough omega-3 to balance it out. This imbalance creates a pro-inflammatory environment in the body, making joint pain, arthritis, and stiffness worse over time. It's a hidden danger most people don't realize, yet it plays a huge role in how well joints function as we age. Think of your joints like an engine. Without the right lubrication, the parts grind against each other, leading to wear and tear. That's exactly what happens when inflammatory oils dominate the diet. The excessive omega-6 in refined vegetable oils competes with omega-3, reducing the body's ability to fight inflammation. This means that even if someone is eating healthy foods, the high intake of these oils can still sabotage joint health. The modern diet is drenched in these oils, found in fast food, processed snacks, and even foods marketed as healthy. The worst part? Many restaurants and food companies rely on these oils because they're cheap and have a long shelf life. But what's cheap for them is costly for your health. One of the biggest dangers of refined vegetable oils is that they undergo heavy chemical processing before reaching supermarket shelves. These oils are extracted using high heat and industrial solvents, which strip them of nutrients and introduce harmful compounds. Additionally, they are often oxidized, meaning they've already started breaking down before consumption. When oxidized oils enter the body, they trigger free radical damage, further inflaming joints and accelerating cartilage degradation. This oxidative stress doesn't just affect joints, it contributes to aging, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Imagine unknowingly pouring fuel on an already existing fire. That's what consuming these oils does to joint inflammation. But here's the tricky part. Many people don't even realize they're consuming these oils. They hide in common foods like salad dressings, mayonnaise, margarine, baked goods, and fried foods. Even so-called healthy snacks, like granola bars or protein shakes, often contain them. Checking ingredient labels is key. Anything that lists vegetable oil, soybean oil, or canola oil is a red flag. The alternative? Switching to anti-inflammatory oils that support joint health rather than destroy it. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil are rich in antioxidants and beneficial fats that reduce inflammation and protect cartilage. These oils act as natural lubricants for joints, improving flexibility and mobility over time. One of the easiest ways to protect joint health is to avoid fried and processed foods as much as possible. When vegetable oils are heated at high temperatures, they become even more toxic, forming trans fats and harmful byproducts that worsen inflammation. Instead of frying foods, opt for baking, steaming, or sautéing with healthy oils. Making small swaps, like using olive oil in salads instead of store-bought dressings or replacing margarine with grass-fed butter, can significantly lower daily omega-6 intake and support overall joint function. These changes may seem minor, but over time, they add up to noticeable improvements in how the body moves and feels. Eliminating refined vegetable oils from the diet is one of the most effective ways to reverse joint inflammation and prevent future damage. By choosing high-quality fats and balancing omega-6 and omega-3 intake, joints stay more flexible, pain levels decrease, and overall mobility improves. And the best part? These changes don't just help with joint pain. They support heart health, brain function, and even skin vitality. But protecting the joints doesn't stop at food choices. There are also powerful natural alternatives that can help actively strengthen cartilage and reduce inflammation. Let's explore the best foods and supplements to nourish and protect the joints for years to come. If joint pain, stiffness, or inflammation have become a part of daily life, the good news is that small dietary changes can make a huge difference. The body has an incredible ability to heal when given the right nutrients, and swapping out harmful foods for joint-friendly alternatives is one of the most effective ways to reverse damage and prevent further deterioration. The key is to nourish the joints with anti-inflammatory foods, healthy fats, and essential nutrients that support cartilage repair and overall mobility. By making these simple adjustments, it's possible to feel stronger, move more freely, and enjoy an active lifestyle without being limited by joint pain. One of the easiest and most effective changes is to replace refined sugar with natural alternatives. As discussed earlier, sugar is one of the biggest drivers of joint inflammation, but cutting it out doesn't mean giving up sweetness. Natural options like honey, stevia, and monk fruit provide sweetness without the inflammatory effects. Honey, in particular, has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and antioxidants that help combat oxidative stress in the joints. Reducing sugar intake can lead to noticeable improvements in pain levels, stiffness, and even energy levels. And here's a simple habit to try. Swap your morning sugary coffee or tea for a version sweetened with raw honey or cinnamon for added joint-friendly benefits. Another game changer is switching from refined vegetable oils to healthy fats, like extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. These oils are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants that actively reduce inflammation and lubricate the joints. Extra virgin olive oil, in particular, contains oleocanthal, a natural compound with similar anti-inflammatory effects to ibuprofen. Cooking with these oils instead of refined vegetable oils can significantly lower inflammation markers in the body. Adding nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon or sardines to the diet further helps restore the balance between omega-6 and omega-3. Creating a healthier internal environment for the joints. Speaking of powerful anti-inflammatory foods, turmeric and ginger are two of the most effective natural remedies for joint pain. Turmeric contains curcumin, a compound known for its potent anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving effects. Studies have shown that curcumin works just as well as some over-the-counter pain medications, but without the harmful side effects. Ginger, on the other hand, helps improve circulation and reduce joint stiffness. Incorporating these spices into daily meals, whether by adding turmeric to soups and stews or drinking ginger tea, can have a profound impact on reducing chronic joint pain. For those who want an extra boost, curcumin supplements are available and can provide even more concentrated benefits. Collagen is another essential nutrient for maintaining strong and flexible joints. As we age, the body produces less collagen, which leads to cartilage thinning and joint stiffness. One of the best ways to restore collagen levels is by consuming bone broth, a nutrient-dense food packed with collagen, glucosamine, and chondroitin, all of which support cartilage repair and joint flexibility. Drinking a cup of bone broth daily can strengthen the joints, improve skin elasticity, and even boost gut health. For those who prefer a supplement form, hydrolyzed collagen powder can be easily added to smoothies, coffee, or oatmeal. A well-balanced diet that prioritizes joint-nourishing foods over inflammatory triggers can dramatically improve mobility and protect joints from premature wear and tear. The body responds quickly to positive changes, and many people notice improvements in flexibility, pain levels, and energy within just a few weeks of making these swaps. But nutrition is only one piece of the puzzle. Another major factor in joint health is the gut, which plays a surprising role in inflammation and pain management. Let's explore how gut health directly affects joint function and what can be done to restore balance and reduce inflammation from the inside out. Most people don't realize that the gut and the joints are directly connected. It might sound surprising, but poor gut health can be a hidden cause of joint pain, stiffness, and chronic inflammation. The gut isn't just responsible for digestion. It plays a critical role in regulating the immune system and controlling inflammation throughout the body. When gut bacteria are out of balance, the immune system goes into overdrive, triggering systemic inflammation that directly affects the joints. This means that even if someone is eating a healthy diet, an unhealthy gut can still be silently worsening arthritis, osteoarthritis, and other joint issues. The good news? Restoring gut health is one of the most effective ways to reduce joint pain and improve mobility naturally. A key factor in this connection is leaky gut syndrome, a condition where the lining of the gut becomes damaged, allowing toxins and undigested food particles to enter the bloodstream. When this happens, the immune system reacts aggressively, creating widespread inflammation that can attack joint tissues. This explains why many people with gut issues, such as IBS or food intolerances, also experience joint pain. The solution? Repairing the gut lining with nutrient-rich foods like bone broth, fermented vegetables, and fiber-rich plants. These foods help rebuild the intestinal barrier, preventing inflammation from spreading to the joints. One of the most effective ways to support gut health and, in turn, protect the joints is by consuming probiotic-rich foods. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi introduce beneficial bacteria into the gut, helping restore balance and reduce inflammation. Studies have shown that a healthy gut microbiome lowers the risk of rheumatoid arthritis and reduces joint stiffness. If adding these foods to daily meals isn't practical, a high-quality probiotic supplement can be a great alternative. The goal is to maintain a diverse, thriving gut microbiome that naturally reduces inflammation and keeps joints strong. Just as important as feeding the gut with good bacteria is avoiding gut irritants that make inflammation worse. Processed foods, artificial sweeteners, and excessive antibiotic use are some of the biggest culprits that disrupt gut health. Many people unknowingly consume ingredients that damage the gut lining, triggering autoimmune reactions that target the joints. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose, often found in diet sodas and sugar-free snacks, have been linked to gut microbiome imbalances that contribute to joint pain. Swapping these for natural sweeteners like honey or monk fruit can make a huge difference in both gut and joint health. Hydration also plays a crucial role in gut and joint health. Drinking enough water helps flush out toxins, supports digestion, and keeps joint cartilage hydrated. Dehydration can make joints feel stiff and achy, while proper hydration keeps them flexible and cushioned. Adding herbal teas with anti-inflammatory properties, like ginger or chamomile tea, can further support gut healing and reduce joint discomfort. Optimizing gut health isn't just about digestion. It's a powerful strategy for reducing joint pain, increasing mobility, and preventing long-term damage. By restoring balance in the gut microbiome, inflammation levels drop, and the joints receive the support they need to function properly. But there's another often overlooked factor that plays a major role in joint recovery: quality sleep. Let's explore why deep, restorative sleep is essential for joint repair and long-term health. Many people think of sleep as just resting, but in reality, sleep is one of the most powerful tools for joint healing and recovery. During deep sleep, the body goes into repair mode, releasing growth hormones that rebuild cartilage, strengthen bones, and reduce inflammation. If sleep is disrupted or of poor quality, the body doesn't get the chance to properly heal joint tissues, leading to more pain, stiffness, and long-term damage. This is why so many people wake up with aching knees, stiff fingers, or lower back pain. It's not just aging, it's poor sleep quality preventing proper joint recovery. One of the biggest problems is that many seniors don't get enough deep sleep, the most restorative stage where joint repair happens. Factors like late-night screen exposure, irregular sleep schedules, and high caffeine intake interfere with deep sleep cycles. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night have higher levels of inflammatory markers in their blood, which directly contribute to arthritis and other joint conditions. The body simply cannot heal properly without consistent, quality sleep. A simple yet powerful fix: establishing a bedtime routine that signals the body it's time to wind down. Dimming the lights, turning off screens an hour before bed, and engaging in relaxing activities like reading or stretching can dramatically improve sleep quality. One overlooked but critical factor in joint pain at night is spinal alignment. A mattress that's too soft or a pillow that doesn't provide proper neck support can put unnecessary strain on the joints, leading to pain in the morning. Many people don't realize that choosing the right sleep posture can make a major difference in joint health. Sleeping on the side with a pillow between the knees can help reduce hip and lower back pressure, while a supportive pillow under the neck ensures the spine stays properly aligned. Investing in a high-quality mattress and ergonomic pillows is not just about comfort. It's about preserving joint health and preventing unnecessary pain. Another common sleep disruptor is chronic stress, which leads to high levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that worsens inflammation. Many people go to bed with racing thoughts, worrying about the day ahead, unknowingly fueling joint pain through stress-induced inflammation. Practicing mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing before bed can significantly lower cortisol levels and promote better sleep and faster joint recovery. Even gentle stretching or relaxation exercises before bedtime can help ease muscle tension and improve joint mobility overnight. Diet also plays a major role in sleep quality. Many seniors consume caffeine too late in the day or eat large, heavy meals at night, both of which disrupt sleep patterns. Caffeine stays in the system for up to 6 hours, meaning that even an afternoon cup of coffee can interfere with deep sleep. The best approach? Switching to herbal teas like chamomile, valerian root, or passion flower, which promote relaxation and support restful sleep. Magnesium-rich foods like bananas, almonds, and leafy greens can also help the body relax and reduce nighttime joint discomfort. Prioritizing sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's a critical step in maintaining joint health, reducing inflammation, and ensuring long-term mobility. By creating a consistent nighttime routine, improving sleep posture, reducing stress, and making smarter food choices, anyone can experience less pain and better flexibility in the morning. And speaking of powerful habits for longevity, don't forget, subscribing to the channel means never missing out on more life-changing health tips. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the button now and stay ahead with the best strategies for aging well and keeping your joints strong for years to come. Now that you know the silent killers that are destroying your joints, the question is, what are you going to do about it? Every small change you make today will determine how you move, feel, and live in the years to come. So, are you ready to take action and protect your joints? Let us know in the comments. Which of these changes will you start implementing first? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss out on the best health tips for aging well, staying active, and living pain-free. Oh, and before you go, we have another must-watch video coming up next, packed with even more game-changing strategies to keep you strong and healthy. Click on it now and keep learning. See you in the next one. Stay healthy. Stay strong.